Hey you guys, welcome back. I'm so happy to be here. I missed you, all that good stuff. I know it's been a super long time. However, I ain't gonna lie, I've been busy. I have been busy. I've been working hard. Since I've been gone, I have released a whole ass album. And yes, I said an album because, I know I'm not like out there like that. However, I have released several mixtapes in my musical journey so far. And I decided I wanted to monetize my next project, which is the only reason it's called an album. It's because it has more than 10, is it more than 8 or more than 10? I think it has to be more than 8 or more than 10 songs for it to be considered an album. And I believe Venus Retrograde has 14. And plus I wanted to make a coin off of this one, just because of where I am in my life. Standing in my worth and standing in my value. I'm the one who had to go through the shit that I had to go through in order to produce the songs that made Venus Retrograde. And that was a lot of energy, that was a lot of alchemy, that was a lot of me that I put out there for the entire world to benefit from. And I hope that a lot of people did, and I know a lot of people did, because I look at the sales reports and I look at my bank account from the streams and the sales. Not saying that I'm balling, but a girl, was surprised that she made anything. So I'm so appreciative of everybody, the people who listen to my music, the people who watch my videos, my subscribers. I have 136 of you, and I love you all dearly. It's because of you and the spirits that I come back and do these videos, because I'm usually really busy. I'm usually doing 100,000,001 things, trying to build an empire so I could build a legacy for myself. And but this is important. I have been so blessed as of lately, not even monetarily blessed, but blessed in every other area of my life. And this morning, especially on April 1st, while there's a new moon in Aries, and I have an Aries moon in my 12th house, I wanted to give back to the spirits in the way that I give back to the spirits. And I give back to them in many ways, but this is one of the ways that I give back to the spirits of the dead. And by doing these cases, I try to lend them a voice for the sake of justice for themselves. I'm a Libra sun, so I believe in justice, and I do these cold case readings, as you guys know, as a way of me giving back to the spirit world, because they give me so much and they help me so much in every area of my life. The spirit, I deal with spirits and things like that more closely than I deal with humans in a way, or equally as so. They're very much a part of my life and always have been, and this is my way of trying to help them out the way that they help me, because they do. And as of lately, my spiritual team and my ancestors have been showing out on my behalf. And one day I'll tell you guys the story. However, today I am going to give back to Alexis Patterson, as I said I would. I was watching a video on her earlier. I have not been able to really research her the way I usually do research the people that I do readings on. And so today I was going to start doing my research with her so I could sit with her energy for a little bit before I did this reading. But then as I started watching a video about her story, I just got the urge. I pulled my cards and I was like, well, let me ask one question. And based on this question, that will determine whether I do this reading today or not. And I asked the question, and that question was someone that Alexis Patterson knew responsible for her disappearance? Now, here's the backstory, and I don't know a lot, so I'm just going to tell you everything that I know. Alexis Patterson was 7 years old at the time of her disappearance. I believe that she disappeared in the year 2000. Hold on. missing May 3rd, 2002. So it will be 20 years this May that she's been missing. She is from Milwaukee. Her mother's name is Ayanna Patterson. Her biological father's name is Kenya Campbell. However, Alexis at the time of her disappearance was living with her mother Ayanna and her mother's husband LaRon, and I believe that there was a younger sibling in the house as well. Because I believe on the missing, the original news video of her disappearance, the mother was holding a baby. So I believe that there was a younger child involved, possibly from LaRon. However, Alexis was not LaRon's biological child. That was her mother's husband, and so that was who she was living with at the time of her disappearance. And apparently LaRon took Alexis to school on the morning of May the 3rd, 2002. He dropped her off on the playground at her school. He went back home, and Alexis was never seen after that. Apparently she was seen by some kids on the playground crying. They said that they saw her crying, but no one has any recollection of Alexis Patterson entering the school that day. So her stepfather, LaRon, reportedly dropped her off on the playground of her elementary school, left her there crying, and apparently she was crying and upset because Alexis wanted to take some cupcakes to school for her class. However, her mother refused to let her do so because apparently she didn't do her homework the previous night. So because she didn't do her homework, her mother said, no, you're not going to take the cupcakes. I'm not letting you take cupcakes because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Apparently Alexis was really upset the night before, and apparently Alexis was still upset when her stepfather LaRon dropped her off on her school's playground. And that was the last time anyone saw Alexis Patterson up until now, and even now. So when I was watching this video, I just wanted to know, okay, well, before I even invest more energy, well, I'm going to do the reading anyways, but let me just see if I want to do it today. And based on what I see when I ask this question, I'll know if I want to do it today. So my question was, like I said, was anybody that Alexis knew responsible for her disappearance? Did she know the person who caused her to become missing until this day? And the card that I got was the Four of Wands in reverse. That let me know that there was someone in her home environment that could have been responsible for her disappearance, and that is why I'm doing the video now. So before I get started, I just want to say that everything that I'm saying in this video right now and moving forward is alleged. I have no hardcore evidence. I was not a part of any investigation of this case. So anything that I'm reporting comes from news article that I saw on Google. So this is my fair use warning. Alexis Patterson, that is her. So any information that I have received about that I'm speaking about in regards to her case can be verified by multiple news sources that are already made public, that have already previously than I am provided this information. Any other information that I provide in this video is based on my metaphysical opinion. This is not fact. This is not something that I saw or something that I can speak on as true testimony. This is me giving my metaphysical opinion about facts that are already spoken about in the case of Alexis Patterson. With that being said, I'm going to ask my original question again. The question that I asked a couple of hours ago, which brought me to this point. Was Alexis Patterson familiar with the person that caused her to become disappeared? Did she know the person who caused her disappearance? That is what I want to know. Spirit, did Alexis Patterson know the person who caused her disappearance? Two of Cups in reverse. And then on the bottom, the Two of Wands in reverse. So to be honest with you guys, I have had to start and restart this video a few times before now. So I've asked this question before. I've asked this question like 3 times prior to now, and I've already gotten answers, but I'm only asking for the sake of doing this video because you guys don't know what I already discussed in the previous scrapped videos that I didn't just post. I kept having interruptions in those videos, so I couldn't post them. So this is my last time redoing it. So that two of Wands on the bottom was because I already asked this question, and I kind of already know what this is going to go, but I'm only doing this for the sake of you guys catching up to where I already am. However, this two of Cups means to me that there was some kind of relationship, somebody she had an intimate relationship with, but because it's in reverse, I just feel like this relationship was inappropriate. I'm just going to say that. And I'm going to clarify this Two of Cups in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. Nine of Pentacles, and I've gotten this before, but it was in reverse. And the World card, I got that too already. And what's on the bottom? I got this too already. The Ten of Swords in reverse. I got the same cards that I saw the first time, and I mixed these up again already. So I already know the narrative, and I'm just gonna go there. There was whoever caused her disappearance was somebody that she knew very, 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 very well. It was someone, I believe, because it's only 2 people in here, and usually this is my relationship card. If it was upright, I would say it was somebody that, you know, she had a good relationship with, but because it was in reverse, I would say it was someone that she did not have a good relationship with. And because of because the Ten of Swords in reverse is on the bottom, I want to say that this relationship became fatal for Alexis. The Three of Swords in reverse. Give me a moment. I really just want to see what the world is, because I feel like that is the news. That is when the world became aware. That's it going everywhere on the news. The World card. Okay. Okay. There was questions about what the mother knew. And that is true. I have, because I want to clarify the World card. And on the news, when I did my research, I did find out that the mother was given a polygraph test, and so was the stepfather, Laurent. And I found out via the news that the mother passed her polygraph test. However, her stepfather, Laurent, did not pass his polygraph test. He did not pass. However, he remained to be cooperative with the police. That is what some of the articles that I saw said. So when I clarified the World card, which I thought was the news or the world or the general public, wondering, there was questions about what the mother, what information the mother could provide, what she knew or what she did. And obviously in most cases like this, the people, the immediate family, are the ones who are questioned first, who are looked at first. The King of Pentacles in reverse. This is her stepfather, and I say that because I got him the very first time that I did this, but he was in the upright. But the story that I got first, when I first asked this question, was it was the same story, but it was from a different part of the story. And I'm not going to say what it was, because it's going to come up again. It's going to come up again, and I'm just going to wait till I get here. Except, however, the first time I pulled the stepfather, he was upright. And he was upright for a reason then. However, my question now was someone that Alexis knew responsible for her disappearance? And I said yes. It was somebody that she had a close relationship with, but it was inappropriate. And then I got this Three of Swords in reverse. I got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, very similar to what I got the first time, and the World. And I wanted to clarify the World, and then I got that there was questions about what the mother knew. The Empress is the mother, what information that she could provide, which is why it's this Knight is coming in with the Wand. This is very important information. But the Seven of Cups, there was very, very, very many questions about the disappearance of this girl, and of course, one of the biggest ones, was what the mother knew. Okay, so they had to question the mother. But as I was clarifying that, here is the stepfather on the bottom, and he's in reverse. Okay. So when I'm looking at the bottom cards of the deck, and I just skim through them to see what the story is, this is the stepfather. This is loss, regret. This is something, this is some bad news. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, bad news. King of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse. What these two masculine energies, these two men in this scenario are in reverse. When my question was going to, was it someone that Alexis knew who was responsible for her? And again, the Two of Cups in reverse, someone that she knew intimately, but there was a very inappropriate component to their relationship. And here I have King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Cups in reverse. This is her stepfather, allegedly. And they're both in reverse. And now okay. But there was questions about what the mother knew. And she passed her polygraph test. However, it is reported by multiple news agencies in this fact that Laron, the stepfather of Alexis Patterson, did not pass his polygraph test. However, because he is not in prison charged with anything related to Alexis Patterson, that means they never found any evidence that they could stick to him. So I have to put that out there, despite the fact that he failed his polygraph. So I want to look into the mother now. I'm going to go to the mother. King of Cups in reverse. Now I'm looking into this Empress, her mother. I am looking into Alexis Patterson's mother. And out first comes a King of Cups in reverse. I would imagine that is her husband. The Hangman in reverse. And the Three of Wands. So let me just start off by saying this. This is the Queen of Pentacles upright. This is her mother as well. And I have the Empress, which I am clarifying now, and she also is upright. This is her mother, and she is always upright, and she passed her polygraph test. So I do not believe, based on what Spirit is telling me, that the mother had any direct intentional involvement in the disappearance of her daughter. I believe that she loved her daughter very much. I need to say that. I need to say that because when I clarify the mother, I got the King of Cups in reverse. And I believe that this is her husband, LaRon. And all of this is coming from the Two of Cups in reverse. The person that caused her disappearance was someone that she had an inappropriate relationship with in her home. Okay. This King of Cups in reverse makes me feel like a pervert. Okay? Makes me feel like a pervert. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is Neptunian energy, but in reverse, it is the unevolved Neptunian energy. And pedophilia and sex crimes against children fall under an unevolved, a low vibratory Neptunian energy. Okay. However, we're talking about the mother. I'm clarifying the Empress. So this man is directly connected to the mother, which is why I felt that it was her husband. The Hangman in reverse. This is knowing something, having a perspective of something. The Hangman in reverse upright is needing to look at something from a different perspective before you make your next move. You need to hang out for a little while. Choose to step back and look at things from a different perspective. But reverse, you've already done that. You've already had the opportunity to look at something from a different perspective, and you already know. So, what does she already know? Something that she's being told. Something. Okay, let me clarify. Let me clarify a little bit more. A good mother. Okay. All right. I see where this is going. Okay, I'm going to clarify the Hangman in reverse because I wanted to know, what does she already have an opportunity to take a step back and look at from a certain perspective, and now it's time for her to make a move? Okay, the Moon in reverse. I pulled this the first time, and I'm just about to just go ahead and say what is being said here, what is being said on the board. Moon in reverse, Hangman in reverse. You already know. She already knew something. At the time that her daughter disappeared, there was something involving this King of Cups in reverse that she already knew. What did she already knew? Something that was heartbreaking and sad as fuck. What was that? In regards to her marriage. Look, the mother had the opportunity to do something, but she did nothing, and it cost her everything. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Something very bad. Look. That's their home. This is what's going on in the home. This is what's going on in the home. This was going on in the home. What's going on in the home? This is Alexis. She told something. She told her mother that something was going on that she could not defend herself against. Okay. So what happened? Do I need to say it? Yes, I do. Based on me clarifying Alexis's mother, based on what I see, Alexis told her mother already knew at the time of her disappearance that something was going on in that house that she could not defend herself against. concerning a King of Cups in reverse. This person is someone that her mother was directly connected to. Okay? Alexis's mother was married and they were living with LaRon, Alexis's husband at the time, who was the last person to be with Alexis Patterson, because he dropped her off at the school playground the morning of her disappearance. Okay, so my next question, and now that we're caught up, because I've only clarified my first question, that was if it was someone that she knew caused her disappearance, and I would say it's someone who she had a very close relationship and inappropriate, a very close but inappropriate relationship with, and that someone very possibly could have been in her home. And this person was a man, because I kept getting the King of Cups in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is reiterating the fact that this is a man, not just someone with masculine energy. And there was only one man in her home, and that was her stepfather, the last person to be with her. Okay? My question was, and I'm going to keep saying this, the person who caused your disappearance, was it someone you knew? All right. Now I'm going to mix these up a little bit. I want to mix them up. I want to mix them up so that Alexis can talk. Because I just wanted to read this. I just wanted to read this case. I didn't want to channel her. I wasn't even prepared for that. I didn't cover my head. I did anoint myself this morning. Did I this morning or last night? I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You guys, I have excelled a little bit in my gift. I have been through a metamorphosis in my gift, so I would say that I'm a little bit more accurate now. I've always been accurate, but the problem was I doubted myself. Now I don't anymore, so now I could just ride with what I know, and I don't have to create any kind of mental blockages in my vision because of doubt. I was going through a lot of doubt, but your girl is good now. Okay, so now what? Okay. Alexis, did LaRon, Alexis's stepfather, have anything to do with Alexis's disappearance? Okay, I don't want this video to be an hour, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase, because that's what I'm really getting at. That's what I'm really getting at, and I'm trying not to just say it so bluntly, because y'all know how things are in these YouTube streets now, and I want to continue to say that all of this is just my metaphysical opinion, and none of this is fact. Enjoy the entertainment. Did LaRon, Alexis Patterson's stepfather, have anything to do with her disappearance? Did he know any of the circumstances surrounding her disappearance? Is he involved in any way with her disappearance, either directly or indirectly? That's what I would like to know. Because this is what the police do. They would look at the mother and they would look at the father. And they checked out her biological father. Either he was locked up or he was nowhere near the circumstances involving this. He has been cleared. He did not fail any polygraph tests like LaRon, her stepfather, did. Which is why I'm asking about him, like the police do, because she lived with them. And I just want to say, because I already see these things, but I want to let the cards speak, because people believe it better when I can back it up with the cards, but I really don't need these. I already see everything very clearly. My skin is popping, y'all. I'm so sorry, but my skin is popping, and it just goes to show that I have been through a metamorphosis, because I'm glowing, I'm healthy, I'm happy, my skin is popping. I look good right now, y'all. Even with all my new growth, I look fucking good. I'm sorry. So LaRon Patterson, I would like to know if you had anything to do with the disappearance of Alexis Patterson, either directly or indirectly. And let's see. What were you doing, LaRon? What were you doing that you were not supposed to be doing? You nasty King of Cups in reversed. You guys see this? Something he should have been ashamed of. He was doing something he should have been ashamed of. The Six of Wands in reverse is going back to the Five of Wands. And I saw that already the first time I did this reading, because I saw that there was a fight in that house the night before leading up to her disappearance. So I want to say the reason why Alexis was upset had nothing to do with cupcakes. It had nothing to do with cupcakes. Nothing. There was an argument the night before because Alexis revealed something. Remember that moon in reverse when I clarified her mother and he popped up? And I wanted to know what was revealed. And then I said that something was going on in the house that she could not defend herself against, because I showed you guys the cards yourself. You saw the Seven of Wands in reverse. You saw the Seven of Wands upright is being able to fight for yourself, defend yourself. Reverse, you cannot defend yourself. You're not fighting. You've given up against your ops. Your ops are winning. This is the Six of Wands in reverse. He was an op. What were you doing that you didn't have any business doing, you nasty King of Cups in reverse? LaRon, I know what you were doing, and you have been doing it for a long time to this little girl. Look, secrets. The High Priestess in reverse. She had been keeping it a secret. This was a secret in that household. Very, very hush-hush. And it had been hush-hush for a long time. You have been... And... you know what's popping up in my mind right here? I hope I'm saying it right. Cognitive dissonance. And I'm speaking about the mother, because I do believe she loved her daughter. I do not believe that she had any direct involvement with her disappearance, but indirect due to cognitive dissonance. Yes. 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 And no, you didn't lie in your lie detector, because you don't know what happened to her. You don't know why she is disappeared, but you do know what happened to her. You do know what happened to her in that house with LaRon, what he was doing that he should have been ashamed of. You do know. You do know. But you love that man. And he's a good pedophile. He can spot you a mile away. I don't want to call you weak. Look what just fell out of my hand. This is what's going on in that house. In her home. I asked if LaRon had anything to do with her disappearance. Why are these two cards out? What were you doing to her? What were you doing to her? Your King of Cups in reverse. We know what you were doing to her. And the mother found out, but cognitive dissonance. Is she a water sign? She reminds me of a Cancer. Very, very... A perfect example is Tiny. Okay? You guys, imagine the mother being something like a Tiny. You know, T.I. Tiny? She's a Cancer. Really, really, really sweet, sweet, sweet woman. Loves her family, loves her husband, loves her kids. Loves her husband, though, above everything else. Okay? Loves her husband above everything else. And when it comes to confronting things that will disturb her idea of this picture perfect family, cognitive dissonance, water signs have this ability. It gives me Cancer and Pisces, because those are the girls who lose it when it comes to these dudes. You know, Janae Aiko, however you pronounce her name, Tiny, a Pisces, a Cancer. Yes, about these men. Okay, but I'm sorry I had to go in, because my question was, did LaRon have anything to do with it? But my spirits won't allow me to completely hold him accountable without not holding the mother accountable, simply because of what she knew. Because of what she knew was going on. And you should have been able to deduce the disappearance of your daughter and the abuse that she was experiencing under your roof. But cognitive dissonance, it is a curse of the water signs. They do it very well. Okay? I'm going to clarify the Six of Wands, because that gives me nasty, touchy. It makes me feel very nasty. Something that you should be ashamed of yourself about. Little girls. This is always my little girl cup. And she came up the first time representing Alexis. So everyone, welcome Alexis to the reading. Welcome Alexis to the reading. And she's in reverse because she is a victim. My question was, LaRon, did you have anything to do with the disappearance of Alexis? You nasty, nasty dog. And I wanted to clarify. And I'm just leaving. These are the only two cards out. You were doing something nasty to her in this family, in this household. But I wanted to clarify what exactly you were doing that you should have been ashamed of, because it could have been drugs. It could have been gambling. But we're talking about the disappearance of a 7-year-old little girl that you were the last person to have seen. This is Alexis. And I asked, what were you doing that you should have been ashamed of? This is Alexis. What were you doing, LaRon, that you should have been ashamed of? Alexis. I'm going to I always pull three cards to clarify. I only got Alexis so far. This is her. Same card I got it the first time. Okay. Spirit, don't lie. You got my gift is popping. It is popping. I want to put the cards down because I know exactly what happened, except I don't know what happened after he allegedly dropped her off. But I do know this part of the story. Alexis, what were you doing that you should have been ashamed of? You were doing Alexis, and you were treating her as if she was a grown-ass attractive woman, because my Queen of Wands is a grown, sexy, sexually active woman. Look at her. She looks like me. I'm grown. I'm sexy. I'm not no virgin. You know what I'm saying? Whatever LaRon was doing, he could have been doing with a woman like me. But instead, he was doing it with Alexis. One more. And I got this too the last time. And y'all saw me shuffle my cards. This is what he was doing. You see that phallus? You see that phallus? That upright phallus? That magic stick? This is what you were doing with Alexis, LaRon. And this is why she was upset. And this is why she is still not found today. LaRon, what's on the bottom? 2 of Pentacles reversed. You got found out and you had to stop. Like it was over. It was over. It was over. I mean, once she told her mother, the gig was up. You couldn't do it anymore. And she told her mother the day before she disappeared. That is what made her upset. It had nothing to do with cupcakes or homework. And I'm going to say that Alexis, I don't think she will ever be found. It's been almost 20 years now. I don't think she'll ever be found. But I want to dig into Alexis, because now remember we're digging down the rabbit hole of me asking LaRon, did you have anything to do with her disappearance? And I got him doing her. He was doing her. LaRon was doing her, according to my metaphysical opinion. Not my facts, not something that I discovered during my investigation with the police or law enforcement. This is me and my metaphysical opinion. Everyone, please be entertained. I'm going to dig into Alexis. And I'm going to put all of these back into the deck. And I'm going to mix them up again. I have looked at this from her mother's perspective and her cognitive dissonance. I have just seen LaRon and his truth and what he was doing to her. And I have already seen that she told her mother, and they fought about it in that house. They fought about it. There was an argument in that house that night before. That is why she was upset. Alexis, I'm not going to ask you any questions. I'm just going to tell you that you are free to speak. Alexis Patterson. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. This never happened to me before. Oh my God. I just want to look and see what's on the bottom of the deck. I erase this. Alexis had been keeping a secret, you guys. Alexis had been keeping a secret. Here's another wand, another phallus. Alexis had a secret. Y'all, I'm so sorry, but this is so sad. I wish y'all could feel what I feel. This is so sad, y'all. I feel so sad. I feel in my gut right here. I have never been a mother before, but if my child ever came to me, if any of my nieces and nephews ever came to me and told me some shit like that, ain't no way. That is so sad, y'all. I'm so embarrassed of myself for crying because I don't cry in my own personal life. And when I do it privately. But if y'all could feel what I feel right now, woo, woo, woo. All right, girl. Hold on, you guys. I need to get myself together. All right. Alexis. Let's talk about what was going on in that house. Okay? Let's talk. Start flipping right now. She told her mother. She said, I told my mom. I told my mom what he was doing. What he was doing to me. Look at this baby on this horse. Look at this naked baby surrounded by sheets. The sun always represents our inner self, us, our willpower. I told my mom what he was doing to me. This is what she's saying right now. Right now. In this house, in this family. I'm just going to read this with you guys. And she didn't want to believe me. They argued about it. Because she didn't want to have to make the decision to leave her man. He took care of them. Where was she gonna go? What was she gonna do if she left him? He was the provider. Which one of these am I going to clarify? I don't want to touch this sun in reverse because I don't want the nasty details, even though I see them. Okay. The Knight of Wands. I told my mother what he was doing to me. What exactly did you say? What did you tell her? What did you tell her, Alexis? What did you tell her? I told my mom what he was doing to me. She pretended like she didn't know, but she knew. I told her that when he bathes me, he touches me. When I'm in the bathroom, he touches me. Alexis was up all night that night prior because her mother and her stepfather were fighting about her, about what she said. It's her in her bed trying to cover her ears because they're fighting, and she almost regrets saying anything. She almost regrets saying anything because her mother isn't going to leave him. And he's going to think it's okay to keep doing it to me. The cards clarify this because I'm going to ask if Alexis is alive or not, because I feel like she wanted to run away because she could hear them arguing about it, and she could hear him hear him winning the conversation, hear her mother backing down. And she knew that, she told her mom with all confidence that her mother was going to have her back. But once they were arguing about it and he was able to manipulate her mother into thinking that she wasn't telling the truth, she knew that there was nothing that would stop him now from doing what he was doing, because she knew her mother knew. Her mother was pretending like she didn't know. I kept hearing it. My mother pretended like she didn't know. They fought about it. He talked his good magician game. Very sweet talker, like most pedophiles are. And they know which women to do this stuff to. They know which women to do this stuff to. He knew what type of woman Ayana was, which is why he even got with her. Her father ain't around. He ain't in the picture. They can tell the type of women who will go dumb for their man. So she stayed up all night listening to them arguing, knowing that it's a wrap. It's a wrap. She realized nothing was going to change. If this was an upright, I would say that her mother got the fuck out. She realized nothing was going to change after she heard them arguing. She realized that her mother wasn't going to do anything. She wasn't going to let him go. She wasn't going to abandon her man, even though she knew what he was doing to her daughter. She pretended like she didn't know what he was doing to her daughter. This inappropriate ass nasty relationship. She told him. She told her mother. Her mother pretended like she didn't know. And her heart was broken. because she just knew her mother would have her back. But she realized when she heard them arguing that night, nothing was going to change. Keep you here, Ayana. I'm going to keep Alexis, right here. I'm going to keep you here because I want to continue to talk to you. Okay. And I'm not going to ask you any more questions. Actually, Alexis, can we talk about your disappearance? Can we talk about the circumstances around your disappearance? Okay. I know what happened to you. We know what happened to you in that house. We know that you told your mother. We know that she confronted LaRon. We know that they argued. They argued all night. We know that he talked your mother down, convinced her that you were lying, and she accepted it even though she knew better. And you felt abandoned at that point. You felt abandoned at that point. So what happened to cause you to disappear, Alexis Patterson? What happened to cause you to disappear, Alexis Patterson? What happened to cause you to disappear, Alexis Patterson? I keep hearing the same thing, but I want to see it in the cards because maybe I'm tripping. Let's see. 3 of Swords. 2 of Cups. This again. 8 of Swords in reversed. You to disappear. Decided she couldn't take it anymore. She wouldn't let him go. Okay, she's still talking about how she felt. Still talking about how she felt. Her mother chose her relationship over her. Okay, Ayana, I understand that. I understand. She wouldn't let him go. She chose him over you. Yes. And it broke your heart. Going to find me. Okay. All right. Never going to find me. Let me mix these up. I'm gonna do something I never did before. I'm gonna just throw them around. I'm just mixing them up a little differently than I usually mix them up. Why do I feel like I want to slam this down like that? Alright. Alexis, what happened to you? What happened to you to cause you to have never been seen again? What happened to you to cause you to never have been seen again? What happened to you to cause you to be declared disappeared for all these years, Alexis? What happened to you? I would like to know what happened to you. What happened to you to lead up to your disappearance? Not to lead up to it. What caused you to be gone, missing? What or who caused you to be missing? What happened to you? No one has seen you or heard from you in 20 years. What happened to you? Are you alive? Are you dead? And if so, what are the circumstances surrounding the fact that you're still missing? Alexis, what happened to you? What happened to you? I asked what happened to her, and I got the King of Pentacles. Okay, I see the school. He took me to school. He took me to school. Okay. I say that because I just saw these buildings in the back, and for some reason, when I saw them, they made me think of a school. In my mind, I heard like somebody blew a whistle, like kids would be out, like somebody would, like they do when a whistle, like maybe in the movies I heard, like before school in some cities, like kids be playing on the playground outside of the school, and somebody will come outside and blow the whistle, and all the kids will come running to the school, and that lets them know it's time to come in. That's what I heard in my mind, which is why I thought he walked her to school. And it's also because the King of Pentacles is upright. This is a man that would be a responsible father, doing his normal fatherly duties, taking his daughter to school. Okay, so he did take her to school. And I can't even remember what I had on the bottom of the deck. He took me to school. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles in reverse. You guys, I almost feel like she ran away. I heard it in my mind, and I kept saying I wanted to wait on the cards. I don't know what money, this Ace of Pentacles, what money did she have? What, okay, maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to clarify. I'm going to clarify. And she was 7. He took me to school. I'm going to clarify this 8 of Cups. He walked her to school. All these pentacles. I have the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. No, you didn't run away. Ace of Pentacles. So that her mother wouldn't know. Help. Not wanting anyone to find out what he did. Help. Help. Not wanting anyone. Ace of Pentacles. What is this? Okay. Okay, so you are not alive, Alexis. Not alive. Never gonna find her. Hold on, you guys. I'm getting this in bits and pieces. I did not want this reading to be this long, but why not? Lost hope of ever finding her. Acted like she didn't know. Did nothing to stop her to fight for her daughter. She just acted like she didn't know. She regrets not doing anything about him abusing her daughter. She realized that she made the worst decision and she has regrets. Waiting to find out if she's dead. Relationship will be over with her mother. Mother regrets not telling anybody that she knew that he was fucking her daughter. Something bad happened to her daughter and she wants to find out. Her husband killed her daughter. Her husband killed her daughter. At least the mother feels like it. She knows. But she didn't tell the authorities. Okay. She didn't tell the authorities that she thinks that her husband killed her daughter. But that is exactly what she feels. That is exactly what the mother feels, at least. I still can't figure out, because all I saw was he took me to school. And then after that, whatever I was seeing in the cars, I couldn't see correctly. So I need to ask again, because I saw he took me to school, and then I saw the mother's regrets, and the mother's regrets about not telling the police everything she knew about the argument they had the night before, about the fact that her husband was fucking her daughter, and about the fact that now, to this day, she still believes her husband killed her daughter. She was in cognitive dissonance back then, but now it's been like now that she's out of it, now that she's snapped out of that relationship and they're no longer together anymore, the regrets have kicked in, and now it's like that cognitive dissonance has worn off, and it's just like, yeah, now I realize that I should have, protected my daughter better, because my husband killed my daughter. At least the mother feels that way, according to my metaphysical opinion. But I would like to know if he did. So let me just be upfront and not beat around the bush, because I want to tie this up. I'm hungry. Did LaRon kill you, Alexis? Did LaRon kill Alexis Patterson? Did he kill her? Did LaRon, Alexis Patterson's stepfather, kill her? I feel like she ran away. I keep feeling like she ran away. I wish I knew what her sign was. I don't feel like looking up her birthday. Maybe she was an Aries. Let me see. She was born April 4th. Okay, she was an Aries. Okay. Oh, happy upcoming birthday. That's probably why I felt the need to do this reading now, because it's the new moon in Aries. It's Aries season. This is my Aries card. But did you run away? I wanted to know if LaRon killed you. I can't imagine a 7-year-old being able to run away and stay away for that long successfully. Something would have had to happen to her. And I honestly can't see. I can't see. So I'm waiting on the cards to help me, because my vision is blurred about this right now. No. Are people sure they saw her crying on the playground? Or is that just something that people said because, the case was sensationalized? Because I almost feel like it said she was at school but wasn't. Let me see if that 4 of Pentacles. Told the police something but held back. Told the teacher. Told what? 6 of Wands. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't understand. I'm not hearing clearly. Somebody help me. Help me. I asked if he killed you and I got the Fool card. What is this Knight of Swords doing? She got in the car with someone. Did you get in the car with someone? Someone offered you something and you got in the car with them? Didn't know they were gonna kill her. She regretted. Weird. This is weird. Because I want to say at some point she was in the car with someone or in some kind of vehicle. And I feel like someone said that they knew her mother and maybe was going to take her to her mother's job. And she got in the car with them and thought they were going to take her to her mother's job, but they took her somewhere else. I feel like LaRon maybe have had some help. I feel like it was a situation where he possibly could have told some friends or someone he knew, I'm going to take her, leave her X, Y, and Z. Then I'm going to go back to the house. Y'all going to go pick her up and say that y'all taking her to her mama's job, but then go X, Y, and Z, or go meet me here. Hold her and meet me here, or drop her off at this location, or meet me at this location. Did Alexis get in the car with someone after her stepfather dropped her off? Did she get in the car with someone? Did she get in the car with someone after her stepfather dropped her off? Let's see. LaRon knows the truth, but when the story came out, he started to pretend like he was trying to help find her. That way, he could make sure no one knew what really happened. He can make sure that the police never found out what really happened. If he continued to pretend like he was being helpful, he could control the narrative. Paid someone to kill her? Paid someone to take her? I need to hurry up and wrap this up because I'm seeing multiple situations here. One moment, guys. I cannot believe I just finished this whole entire reading, not even knowing that my video was still paused. I thought I was talking to y'all this whole entire time. I had to put my cards up. So basically, to go ahead and close out this video, I was asking if LaRon did it, if he killed her, if she was still alive, and if so, where was she? And I got LaRon did it, per my metaphysical opinion. The story that I got on my cards before I put them up was that LaRon did in fact leave the house with her. He did take her to the school and left her at the playground, or I believe that he took her to a car. I believe that someone that LaRon knew was supposed to wait by the school to pick her up under the guise of taking her to her mother's job. I'm about to take you to your mother's job. I'm supposed to take you to your mother's job, or something like that. You know, maybe has some McDonald's in the car, or you know, I think that LaRon ushered her to them. It was kind of like, they finna take you to your mama job. Get in the car with them. They're gonna take you to your mama. And then he went back home to establish his alibi. But then I believe that after a little while, he left and met up with these people who he had to take her, and then he took it from there. And that is when he got rid of her, because LaRon had a record, a criminal record, and he, first of all, nobody wants to go to jail for being a pedophile. However, because Alexis had started to speak up She had told her mother he could not risk her going to school that day and telling her teachers what happened. So she never made it into school. He took her over there. Nobody can deny seeing him walk in the direction of the school, which is why I saw that he had somebody parked waiting by the school. Maybe like maybe there's a parking lot right by the playground, so that she could be seen on the playground. But then if you're not careful, you can never, you could really miss her getting in a car because it's right there. I believe they were waiting right there. And either he went and took her directly to the car, or he told her somebody's about to come and pick you up and take you to your mom. You're not going to school today. Somebody's going to pick you up from the playground and you're going to go see your mama because you crying and all this other stuff, and you can't go to school like this because everybody going to want to know what's wrong. So we're going to take you to your mama. And then he went back to the house to establish the alibi. And I believe that there are at least 3 people, because I kept seeing the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups in reverse. So I believe that there were 3 people connected to LaRon who know, either who were in that vehicle to pick her up. And these were people that Alexis would have been familiar with. So maybe LaRon's close friends, or even someone that he's related to, someone that Alexis would have known and she wouldn't have been too alarmed getting into the car with. He had them pick her up. And then he went back to the house so that he could say that he dropped her off to school and came back home, but then he left. And the police know this. The police know this, and this is also where his I believe that his polygraph test started to fall apart, because he did fail. So I believe that after him taking her to school, I believe that the inconsistencies in his story start popping up after that. And I believe it's because he knew that he didn't take her to school. He took her to where school was in order to be taken to someone to take her somewhere else, so that he can go home and establish his alibi of dropping her off at school and going home. But then he left. And I believe he failed his polygraph when they started asking him about his whereabouts after that. I also believe that it was said that he failed if rather he knew about knew of the whereabouts about Alexis. I believe that after he went to the house to establish his alibi, he left and then went and met up with whomever he had take Alexis. Alexis did notice that they were not taking her to her mother, because they took her somewhere else to wait for LaRon, or to transfer her to LaRon. And then after that happened, I believe that her life ceased to exist. And I believe that at this point, Ayana knows. She regrets not speaking to the police because the guilt. It's been 20 years and the cognitive dissonance has worn off. They're not even together anymore. So at this point, she wishes that she wouldn't have been the type of woman that she was back then, to turn a blind eye to those things, because her turning a blind eye to those things caused her daughter to no longer be here. And at this point, I don't think that there's anything anybody could do to find her, because the people who would have been able to attest to the circumstances back then aren't able to attest to them now, 20 years later. So that is my take on the disappearance of Alexis Patterson. I hope I conveyed that properly. But I'll just state that it is my metaphysical opinion, and this is not fact. Please take this as entertainment only, that her stepfather LaRon ushered her to somebody else who was waiting for her at her school. as he went home to establish his alibi. They were supposed to take her to her mother. That's what they told her, to get her into the car. And they took her somewhere else to meet up with LaRon a little bit after he established his alibi at the house, and he disposed of her so that she would not tell anybody else besides her mother what was going on, because he did not want to go to prison. He had a record. I'm going to say justice for Alexis. I pray that her spirit is able to find peace, because that what came over me was so hard to bear. The heaviness she felt that night when she told her mother and expected her mother to have her back, and that night when she realized that nothing was going to change. And in fact, the next day, she was anticipating continued abuse, and she met her death instead. A true tragedy to me. This story breaks my heart, and it has affected me more than any other story I've done. And that's so ironic, because this story I investigated the least. This is pure metaphysical right now. And I know that I saw that we may never find her, but may she be in a place of peace now. I'm going to pray for her tonight. And that's it. I'm going home. Thank you guys for tuning in.